But I think the biggest thing to watch for next year is the political landscape because that's going to make it. That's going to determine the economic landscape for sure. They're already positioning themselves to fight that midterm battle is going to be interesting
Mm-hmm.
because it's a highly contested situation right now, and it's heating up. And I think that everybody's positioning their base. And when you see Mondani win the election in New York, that's a telltale sign as far as a socialist that's winning in the most important city in the world. And that would be good for Democrats, but maybe not because every Democrat's not willing to push that line. Like he's willing to push a hard line, and the Democrats, for the most part, they're not really willing to go that far. But then you see, J.D. Vance, he was on the Turning Point conference. Nicki Minaj was there also, but he was pushing a hard line. He said, "Look, if you're a white male, you no longer have to apologize for being white." So they pushing a hard line on their end. So everybody's playing to the well, the Democrats not really playing, but the Republicans have definitely played to the fringes of their base in an effort to rally support and rally the troops for not just J.D. Vance's presidential run. Erica Kirk endorsed J.D. Vance. It's pretty unprecedented. He's not even running for president. 3 years, she endorsed somebody 3 years before the presidential run.
Smart.
But I think a lot of people are kind of nervous about this political landscape. So if the Democrats come in and they take over the House, there's going to be a lot of push for regulation, and there's going to be a lot of push for everything that Trump did to try to undo that, and that's going to have an impact on the markets for sure. If the Republicans hold, then I guess it's just business as usual. But he has also weaponized all government agencies in a way that has never been done before. And he's controlling not just the Justice Department, FBI, things of that nature, but he's controlling monetary policy, and he's putting strong pressure on. He has his hands, and it's only going to get worse. And the new Fed chair, you had said something. He was like, he's not going to do something that could ruin the economy, but he might do something that could ruin the economy by not trying to do something that's going to ruin the economy. Because it's like if you just do something because somebody tells it. So none of these branches of government was ever supposed to be beholden to the president. That's what makes America a democracy on paper, at least, is because the president just can't say to somebody lower interest rates because I want you to lower interest rates because I need the stock market to go up, or do this or do that. But now, Project 2025, it wasn't just about DEI. It was about really centralizing power in a way that we've never seen before. And that's exactly what he's doing. And that's why they could release the Epstein files and just have Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson, but not have him, because he's telling the Justice Department, this is what I want you to do. He's telling the IRS, this is what I want you to do. He's telling the FBI, this is what I want you to do. He's telling the CIA, this is what I want you to do. But he's also, Jerome Powell's been fighting them. But once Jerome Powell's going, he's going to control monetary policy. He's going to be telling the Fed chair, do this, don't do that. And that's extremely dangerous. And that could really cause tremendous issues in the economy when you just making decisions based off of what a president wants to do for his approval ratings.
Especially when it's short term in thought. I can see if he was thinking, let's level the economy to be okay for the next 5 or 6 years. He's thinking 3 months for
maybe.
He can put on True Social.
And that's why it's important. And I think the word of the night for me is that deregulation, please. Right? I think I 100% agree with you. Like if there's a switch in power, then November, you're going to see a drastic shift in the market. I think another piece that I kind of left out, and it just is this tariff piece. So like this tariff potential reversal, right? We'll see what the Supreme Court says, right? Is the money that was allegedly supposed to be taken from tariffs, is it going to be given back to companies because it was deemed illegal? That is another segue to say, okay, catalyst event for companies that are actually going to have more revenue than they thought they were going to originally. The Fed chair piece is interesting. And I got to give Jerome Powell a standing ovation for the job he did, man. Because he weathered the storm. Not the storm of Trump, but the storm of coming out of COVID, when we thought a recession was coming, and it was short-lived. Definitions were changed, but he was able to bring inflation down, He was obviously able to bring interest rates to a level that we didn't think was possible 2 to 3 years ago. And now he's going to be out of here. And so now the idea is like, how lower can we go with these Fed rates? That would be an interesting story to watch. I know they're projecting that there might be 2 in 2026, but we'll see. We don't even know who the Fed chair is to even like project what they might or what they're willing to do.
And as Jerome Powell also said, economy has slowed, and mass deportation has played a part in negative impacts on the economy. Just said that was going to happen, and we still haven't really seen the full effects of that. But there's still effects to be felt from that. Immigration policy has a negative impact on the economy. The immigration policy doesn't have a positive impact on the economy. It has a negative impact on the economy, and it's only going to have a more negative impact on the economy. So that's not me talking. That's Jerome Powell. Take it up with him. But this is just year one.
Yep, it feels like it's been 3.
Yeah, we got a long time left in this term.
Yeah. Who's going to be the Democratic presidential superstar to run against JD?
I mean, it's gonna be Gavin Newsom. I don't even think it's anybody else. I mean, Westmore has an outside chance, I think. But all roads are leading to Gavin Newsom. He's positioning himself to be the anti-Trump and aggressive, not the typical Democrat. The guy that goes on all the smoke and curse.
You can't change character halfway through the movie.
No, you can. Of course you can. Trump did it.
Trump was an asshole the entire time.
But Trump was a Democrat.
Yeah, but he told you he'd run Republican. Gavin is playing bad boy when he was not that before. Too late. You should just be who you are. Shellacking, unfortunately.
What Paulie Marcus said?
Let's look. Let's look. He'll get the nomination, but like when that race happened, shellacking. You ran California to the ground. That's tough. That's a job I wouldn't want.
Diversify your citizenship, man. That's important. Look overseas.
Hello.
The writing's on the wall.
Yes.
Turning Point USA. Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I'm gonna just
Queens get the money.
I'm just gonna remain here. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
No, you don't.
You gotta do
No, you don't.
Southside Jamaica, Queens, and they raised me, right?
Yo, when the IRS come, you start to see people.
Nah, prayers up, man. Seriously, all jokes aside, prayers up. I'm not sure who that was up there.
It was Nicki Minaj.
That was her?
Yeah. It's Nicki Minaj.
I thought they who cloned Tyrone.
But mental health is something that we take very seriously. So, hopefully she can get the help.
Nah, yeah, prayers up, man.
She definitely called the boy an assassin on the stage with somebody whose husband actually got assassinated. That's
wild.
And notice the non-correction too.
Yeah. She called him an assassin. That was wild. But I guess we all make mistakes.
For sure. I made many.
Yeah. All right. Having said that.
Who's the greatest female rapper of all time there?
Lauryn Hill. Not even close.
Jersey.
Big Jersey.
Is she the greatest rapper?
Lauryn Hill?
We can't put Nicki up somewhere, y'all. And that's
because of the recent events?
Come on, bro.
Was that her up there?
That's crazy.
I'm not doing this.